Here are 3 signs that you have outgrown the life that you have created and been living. My name is Tawana Thulis, and I help women who are the first ones in their family to heal. I help them heal through their thoughts and their beliefs so that they can go on and discover their purpose. So let's talk a little bit about how I got here. When I was in my 30s, I was like, something is not quite right. I don't really fit in. I feel like God is really wanting me to go take a deeper dive into my own healing. And so that's really what I did. Because I didn't have a path laid before me or a blueprint, it felt very lonely. So now in my late 50s, I have had the opportunity to do a lot of healing so that I can help other women heal. So let's jump right in. So here are 3 signs that you are outgrowing the life that you built. You're fitting in to stay where you are. And so I like to tell the example of, for years, I wore a size 8 shoe. It didn't matter who made the shoe. If it was a high heel, a flat, or a boot, I could wear an 8. And I don't know, somewhere between my late 40s, I couldn't fit an 8 anymore. So much so that I know it's only a half size, but it felt like I was stuffing my foot in the shoe. My toes hurt, my feet felt cramped. It was uncomfortable. So eventually I had to get rid of all the 8s and start wearing 8.5s. That may be how your life is feeling. You may be feeling like the places that you used to go, you don't belong anymore. That the conversations that you've been having, like you really want to go deeper. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'll give you some tools that you can use at the end to help with that. But let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is your desires change before your courage does. So there may be a time where you're like, I feel like I want something else. But you don't feel brave enough to leave the job, leave the relationship, move to a new city. You don't feel brave enough. And so there's this period between your aha moment and you actually stepping into whatever it is that you feel like God is calling you to do. And so when you recognize that you're in that place, there are some things that you can do, some steps that you can take to help move you through that process. Because if you've been a perfectionist, a people pleaser, a procrastinator, then those are all of the things that keep you stuck right where you are. And so it's not a light switch for most people. You don't just decide you're going to be courageous one day, you're going to just step out on faith and do it. Sometimes it takes a little practice. So if you feel that way, if you're in the middle between your courage and the fact that you know you have a confidence in knowing that you are going to step into being into another place, don't worry, you're in the right place. All right, so number 3 is your peace becomes louder than your patterns. And so there comes a time where some of us, peace becomes very important. And it could be maybe you used to go to parties, but now when you go to parties, they don't feel the same. It could be that you've worked at I worked at the same place for 30 years. Then it was like, I think it's time for me to do something new. So the pattern that I had of getting up every morning, going to work to the same place, I knew that was just not supporting me anymore. And so if you are at that place, know that you're in the right place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some tools. Here's some quick tools for you that I am going to attach to the video. Okay, so there's going to be a mini meditation, a journaling prompt, a book that you might want to read, and then also also a movie that you can watch to help cement it. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do each of those. What I'm saying is that do what feels right for you, because that's the practice that you're in right now. Doing what feels right, following your intuition. Not and until you have the practice, you may get a nudge and you might step out and you might not have it might not end the way you want it to end. You might not experience what you thought you would. That's okay, because you're practicing. You're practicing listening to your intuition and following the steps that you are being given. So, I just want you to know that once a week, I'm going to give you a longer form video for you to kind of take a deep dive in. And so come on this journey with me. Like, share, and there's also a free download in my Stand store so that you can continue to get tools and feel supported. Join me for the ride.